Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Mic check looks good. Okay. I'm trying to figure out if I can reduce the lag on YouTube at all. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to reduce the lag on YouTube. Hello, Paul. Welcome, welcome.
Paul the Papu just raided with 1 viewers.
Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Yeah, I don't know how to lower the lag on YouTube. I have no idea. I have no idea. Doesn't seem to have any setting for delay. I wish I could make it better. Yeah, I wish I could make it better, but unfortunately, there's just going to be a 20-second delay on YouTube. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to fix it. But welcome those who are here. It is open reviews, so if you'd like me to take a look at your game and review your games, I can do so. If you have any questions, can also answer questions you might have. See that Ben has played One Color Go. Lots of 13 by 13 games. Okay, so it looks like this has ended. Paige got second place, Victor got first, IRM got third. And then that means Yuji, Ed Helen, and Oil. Smee, Tridlek, and Kuryoshi. Aspen got fifth. Looks like Amaranth's got first in the DDK division. Oh, Paul, you got fifth in the DDK division. Unfortunate. One more position and you would have gotten third, I believe. Oh well, because Victor got the prize in here. So when Amaranth, Scotto, Emilio. Yeah, interesting event. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that event. Oh, I'm fighting a sneeze. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, getting sick is awful. It's like always inconvenient to be sick. You never get sick at a time that you can afford it or a time that you don't have anything to do. It's always inconvenient to be sick. Never a good time to be sick. Yeah, they got the one color go feature, so that's cool. Interesting. They got more videos out. So the third Japanese Judon. I like the amount of categories they have for videos. I think that's really good. Okay, and also we got a couple more buttons. We have a black stone and a white stone button now. And a remove stone, so that's fun. Export position to photo. Neat. Still no pen tool. Really want a pen tool. Okay, cool. Got new features. New features are nice. New features are nice. All right, are you black or white? You are black. Okay. Chinese opening. This one's a little odd. I would expect you to approach their corner now or something. You could also play an extension, I guess. No, you do need to go 2-on-2. You need to extend. Because if you play 2-on-2 and you don't respond, when it's 2-on-2, that leads to the double Hane tactic. This double Hane is really good for bullying these two stones. And this would be a great way for white to reduce your position. Yeah, so this would be very uncomfortable for you. Potentially uncomfortable for you. Also, the fact that you can do whatever in Sente, so like white has to respond to you, and then you can come back and do whatever you're going to do. So it's just, there's no reason not to respond here. This feels like you responded twice to the same move. So if you 1-point jump, I guess you could go here again. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, you could just extend. Slightly better in game. Yeah, just extending is slightly better in game, but it's not a huge deal. I wonder if I go right here, right here, right here, right here, and then cut. If they try to capture this stone, they die. And if they play this way, then I can break through. And then if they play this way, it's 3-3, and I believe they die again. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they don't. They do. Yeah, so I think they have to play this way. But yeah, this does get you a weak group, unfortunately. So probably not good, but it's nice to know that that Aji is there. Yeah, probably too soon, but nice to know that it's there. You don't want to play on the bottom anymore. The bottom already has a third line right here and third line right here. So the bottom's done because there's 2 third line moves. So you want to go on the side where it's developing. So you can see on the left, white is on the 4th line. So you want to approach at one of these 2 points. So I think you're tunnel visioning on your bottom position too much. Yeah, you're tunnel visioning on your position too much. You need to make everything big. Make it big. Make it big. Yeah, gotta make it big. Gotta make it big. Okay. Okay. White's getting big. No, you don't need to do that one. You can go in, approach. You could shoulder hit to reduce. But the thing here is you played locally. The only reason you would need to play locally is if there's a cut. And there's not a cut right here. White is dead. So if there's no cut, then you didn't defend anything. So you wasted a move because there's no cutting point. Okay, good. Not good. You need to make your base. Your 2 stones don't have a base yet. Defense first. You spent so many moves on this bottom right corner. I think you tunnel visioned on this bottom right corner way, way, way too much. It's fine to build the position, but you're only getting like 20 points, 30 points, instead of making like something very large and valuable. Imagine instead of all these third line moves or whatever, what if I had gone like right here, and then they did that or whatever? And then maybe I go right here. Instead of right here to just get 10 points, I'm going to go right here to threaten a big area. If I get a big area, then maybe I can jump again to just keep expanding. Maybe I can shoulder hit to reduce theirs. Right? Maybe I go back down like this. Maybe this is more obvious. The point is, you need to make it big. You don't need to make 10 points at a time. You need to make something worth invading. And you want them to invade so you can attack them. So when they invade, you get to jump like this and attack them for profit. That is the goal. And then you'll make your territory while they're trying to live. You want to attack them for profit. You don't want to just make 10 points. And that's the big secret with these things, is you want them to invade. And that's all. A lot of players don't understand that. They just want it to be theirs, and they don't want it to be taken away from them. So they'll make territory with their big influence, and that's the slowest thing to do, because that's wasting the influence. It's wasting all the potential. You want to attack something with the influence. You don't want to just make points in Gote. And if you make territory, they're not going to invade it if it's too small. And notice how you made territory, but white made influence. A big difference. Okay, so now you're getting punished for ignoring the weak group. Okay. This might be too soon. Maybe just jump. I mean, that's fine, I guess. It's not a huge deal. Okay, let's check the cut. The cut is a ladder, so we're golden. Good. Connecting right here is better. You did the same thing on the right, and that is because it prevents them from taking, by putting this into Atari, they take away the eye. It's the same thing on the right. They put it into Atari and took away the eye. So it's better to connect the corner, so that way it's still an eye. This is not always true, but it's usually good to do that. This is too early for white, so good, you punished. White is going insane trying to kill you. Okay, so you're breaking into the bottom left. 1 point jump is connected, very good. Sure, I guess. Okay. Shape, very good. This might be too early. This would be impossible for white to respond to. This is something I talk about a lot, and I think is missed a lot. At the Q level, players don't think about cutting points nearly enough. The whole secret to attack and defense is these cutting points. So before you start looking for anything else, you should be reading these cutting points. Like if you're thinking about attacking or defending, you should be reading every cutting point and know if it's a ladder or a net. Because if you're not checking the cutting point, then you have no idea how to play the attack and defense in this area. So you're doing well with defense because you're playing shapes that are connected, like 1 point jumps, nobies. You're playing shapes that are connected, right? But I don't know if you know that that's what makes them good. It's because they don't have a cutting point. Whereas if you played stuff that did have a cutting point and you got cut, you would be in a lot of trouble because you're getting cut with the weak group. So on the flip side, your opponent is attacking you with a lot of cutting points and leaving a lot of weaknesses. That's because your opponent is overplaying, trying to kill you. So a good defensive move can be to punish these cutting points. For example, if white connects this cut right here, then you capture these 3 stones. There's your second eye. If white saves these stones somehow, then you can come back and capture these 2 stones, and there's your second eye. So you actually make life through white's cutting points. It's not always this smooth, but I think it's very important that you're always reading these cutting points. Always, always, always. Like, is this one a net or a ladder? Do you know the answer? If not, then you need to read it, right? Which this one is I believe a net because of that. But if we didn't read that, then how do we know that cut doesn't work? Maybe they will play here, but this diagonal is not a net because of the Atari. It's not really good, but the point is we're supposed to read it. You're supposed to look at every cutting point. I'm looking at the cut of the elephant eye. I'm looking at the cut right here. I'm looking at the cut here, cut here. I'm looking at the cut here, cut here, cut here. Looking at every cutting point and keeping track of them. Don't bump your own head usually, just come back. If you wanted to bump your own head, this one's better because it gives you the tiger's mouth. That way you're making eye shape. Good, good. Was it your stream that I was looking at earlier that was on Smego Hero? I think I might have looked at your stream earlier and you were doing Smego Hero. I'm not sure if it was your stream though. I forget whose stream that I looked at, but I opened it up and saw people streaming earlier. Okay, so here we're gonna check for a net or a ladder. I don't see anything obvious. So we're just going to connect. Okay, it looks like you did check. It's good that you're checking, but unfortunately it didn't work. Careful, you need to make sure your group doesn't get cut off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you're leaving a cutting point. You got cut. You got cut, and now you're in a lot of trouble. All of a sudden, you're in a ton of trouble because you got cut. Secret of attack and defense is all about these cutting points. You just gave it up? You just give up? Maybe you can make life through the cut. Might get lucky. I don't know. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you don't. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you don't. I don't know. But you gotta fight it. You can't let it die. But this is all because you left a cutting point. You didn't fix your cut. Now White's going around fixing all their cuts. You see that? White's going around fixing all their cuts. You do have a massively big bottom right position now, though. So that's good. Fix the cut here in Sente with an Atari, and then connect right here. Because this can be cut, and this can be cut. Right here, there's a cut right here. This doesn't connect. What, you just give up the whole top left? Did you not notice that your whole group was dying? You gotta start making shapes somehow. I don't know how you're gonna live, but you gotta try something. You can't just die. It's all in one. Yeah, but you're giving up too easily. You gotta try. You gotta try to live. You could have Hana'd here and tried to connect. If they cut you, you could have Atari'd and then try to connect this way. I will say you're not using their cutting points to survive as much as you could. That is easier said than done, of course, because if you could do that, you probably have single-digit Q fighting. But looking at your opponent's weaknesses to try to survive is very powerful if you can do it. But I will say you just give up the fight too easily. The groups aren't supposed to die. So either you didn't notice soon enough, or you gave up too soon, or a combination of both. But I would say everything else is irrelevant if your groups are dying on this scale. You've got to make sure the groups don't die on the scale. If you can get your groups not dying, then you'll be able to work on this other big stuff to improve your game. But if your groups are dying a lot like this, then it's just not good. Let's see, how many resignations do you have? Okay, resign, 42 is acceptable. 5 is acceptable. Resign. 46 acceptable. Resign. A little on the high side, not as much as it could be. But you do have a few resignations. You want most of these to be 45 points or less. Oh, 13 by 13, 46 points is a lot. That one's a lot. 46 on a 13 by 13 is a lot. 46 on a 19 by 19 is probably okay. Yeah, I think you've got to master the defense first. That's going to be your biggest thing. Defense first. Defense first. Got to get that down. Once your group stop dying, then you can play all this big stuff. And the stuff dies because you're missing cutting points. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I think this one is probably the biggest mistake of the game. You had a very obvious cutting point, but you neglected it, probably because you got distracted, which is very easy to do. You have to keep track of everything simultaneously, which is easier said than done. It comes with practice, but you cannot lose track of the cutting points. Cannot miss the cutting point. I would say that's probably the biggest thing from this game is the fact that you got cut right here. Everything fell apart. So just fix the cutting point. Yeah, I want to say that's the biggest mistake and the biggest thing to learn from this game. And hopefully you found that helpful. Okay, you said you're doing Go problems. I don't know if you're doing some Mega Dragon Go problems or not, but I would say homework for this one is going to be probably connection and cut problems. You said you've been doing nets and ladders already, and that's good. Probably use Firefox, because Opera, for some reason, is flipping a coin if it likes it or not. Cool, yeah. If you're doing nets and ladders, that's already like most of cutting points. But I think you need to be looking at them just a little bit more. So also add on connecting and disconnecting. Let's see, you're 18 Qs, so what levels do we want? We just want you like getting your eyes trained for it, so it doesn't need to be difficult, right? But if it doesn't need to be too difficult, then maybe level 2 is fine. Yeah, level 2 should be fine. And just drill these. Looks like there's 50 connect problems, level 2, and then 29 disconnect problems. Maybe do both of those 3 times, or both of these 3 times. Yeah, it's 79 problems, do them 3 times each. And I think that'll be good homework. Yeah, as long as you start thinking about them. I don't know why Opera misbehaves. Connection to this site is not secure. Do I have to like give her permission or something? I wonder why it struggles. Loading dinosaur. Yeah, I wonder why it struggles. All right. Who else has a game review? Or does anyone have any questions? Typical SDK mistakes. L shape. Yeah, this is the J group, right? Yeah, this is a 3-3 invasion that got ignored. So a popular something the many players should know, however, knowing how to make life is just as important as knowing how to kill. I believe the best you can do is a Ko, right? Yeah, that's the classic J group. Fun fact, you're supposed to know this is single digit Q. I didn't learn it until I was a Dawn player. Just no one ever showed me. But you're supposed to know it at single digit Q. Yeah, descend down creates the Ko. So if you're in this situation, the only move is to descend down, and that makes the Ko. Everything else is just the J group corner that dies. Nice article. Oh, I didn't do upload SGF. How do we game themes? I don't want that. Tools, study advisor, upload game. Let's see what it recommends. How to deal with Chinese Fuseki nowadays by Artilm. Power of Ko and how to control it. I don't think Ko was a big thing. Let's conquer 3-3 invasions. Yeah, you do need to learn the 3-3 Joseki. So maybe this one.
Okay, so it's not, if you don't know the answer, so I guess
This is all about 3-3 life and death problems.
In this section, we'll talk about the star point. It's this point right. Now it's no longer the...
Yeah, so this video and this video is what it's recommending from your game. Yeah. Let me know if you have any more questions or anything. While we're waiting, I wanna play around with something. Hello, Rikiki. Welcome, welcome. How are you? How have your games been going? Oh no. You resigned while you were ahead because you didn't count. Oh, have you learned your lesson about counting yet now? Counting is important. I don't care what the other Dawn players are saying. As someone who has studied in Korea and studied with pros, the pro players say counting is important. Very important to count in your games. Don't be lazy. Do not be lazy. Download. Link to game. I want it with the AI comments though. Yeah, this only gives me the SGF. I want it with the AI comments. I know the OGS offers it because I access it through their API, but it doesn't give me a button to download with AI comments. Hello, Chilisi. You're talking about 101 Wei Chi. Are you talking about the categories page? Because it's been a couple years since I've been recommending 101 Wei Chi. But I will answer your question. It's 101weichi.com/SPEC is probably what I was recommending, but it's broken. So hold on. If we go to 101weichi.com, they now have an English client. So you don't even need the sub thing anymore. But what I was talking about, probably, if I understand your question correctly, was the points of knowledge. So if I click more right here, this gives me the categories of stuff, right? This is probably what I was recommending. So 101weichi.com and point of knowledge. However, since then, which has been a couple years now, I built my own website, which is sumegodragon.com, which also has categories. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a link to this one as well. But if you scroll down, it also has categories right here. Joint snapback, bonus liberty, capture, capture race, connecting, die, connecting, blah, 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 blah. And I'm actively working on this site as well. And that was because 101 Wei Chi did not have an English client. And now, a year and a half after I've built it, they came out with an English client. So it sucks to be me. I spent like a couple thousand hours building something that to fix this problem. They're like, oh, we're going to come up with the English client now. Because Mega Dragon, I wouldn't have put the effort in if they had an English client. But they have an English client now. But they don't have cute dragons. We have cute dragons. I'm not used to this new system yet, though. I wonder if they have nets and ladders. Where's nets and ladders? Middle game, middle game, middle game, middle game, middle game, middle game. Yeah, cute dragons. Cute dragons are the key. I believe both of our websites costs around the same, if I'm correct. There should both be $10 a month. And then if you have any questions about mine or feature requests, just let me know. But yeah, to answer your questions, it's just 101weichi.com now. And you just click on the thing. Normal shape, life and death, basic Jasuji, foundational, capture, middle game, there it is, middle game. Cut, evasion, attack, shape, breakout. Don't know what the Chinese words are. Ladder of attack and defense. So we got ladders right here. What about nets? Where did your nets go? Where are the nets? Seal in, that's probably a net. It is not.
大侠果然不是盖
Oh,
的，
that is
这么
so
难，对不对？
annoyingly loud. Oh my gosh. Why? Turn that down. This is a squeeze.
还不错，继续加油。
It's cute, but it's loud. I'm just throwing that out there. This is a lot to read. Assuming it wants this though.
好厉害，我们交个
That's a
朋友吧。
lot of reading though.
还不错，继续加油。
By the way, this is not net. This is not net. I want net. Here's ladders. This is not what we used to have. This is not the category thing. Da, 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 da. Always read these with your eyes if you want to get strong to go. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So do I Novi?
答错了，再加油。
It doesn't work. No, go back. I'm not done with it yet. Middle game. Ladder. I want to review the problem. Ah, where'd it go? I want to... Aggravating. I wanted to... I wanted to play it out, but now I can't find the problem. You can mute the sound. There we go. Jump next. Oh my gosh, this is music. Turn that off. Sound. Sure. Okay. Let's try. Da, 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 da. This one doesn't work. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, this one does work. This one does work. But I'm black. It works for white. What does it want from me? It does. It's giving me ladders that don't work. This one works for black again, I think. Yeah, this one works for white. Okay, so it wants a ladder breaker first. I like my side better. Yeah. Okay, you just had to mute the sound. So these are ladder breakers. That's what it's wanting. Okay, so it wants ladder breakers. It doesn't want the ladder. Yeah, so I need this move. Okay. This is actually a really good reading exercise now that I know what it's trying to do. I have ladders. I don't have ladder breakers, though. This is a really good problem idea. Ladders and ladder breakers. Ladder breakers is the category I don't have. I should have that. It's a really good idea. They don't have nets or ladders in general, so... Capture technique? Crane's Nest, there we go. Loose ladder, ladder capture, snapback capture, net. Okay, they do. It was under capture technique. Here we go, net. Thank you. Yeah. 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 And it has the auto next, so that's good. Okay, there we go. You have to figure it out, but once you figure it out, I guess it's good. What does this do? Full screen. Rotating the board's like cool, but it's I feel like it's such a useless feature. %. Not everything is translated, which I shouldn't be complaining about because my stuff, like half of it isn't translated either because it's hard to keep up with the translations, but I'm one person and they're a team. Let's see, capture technique, nets, ladders, snapback. What's the difference between snapback and snapback capture? Loose ladder. Loose ladder is an important one too. I just put loose ladders under net though on my site. Yeah, I don't have ladder breakers. I have the rest of them, but I don't have ladder breakers. Yeah, this is clamp, but I just put under the nets. I just have these under nets. I don't know, would you guys not call these nuts? I think it's fine to call them nuts. It's different ways of doing nuts. Something people has 5 times something training practice something. Something after each training practice need payment 20 Wado or become something. You know, I'm feeling better about my website having bugs, considering I can't even like read this. How much do they charge? Their text is covering the buy button. Okay. What do they charge? Recharge. Well, you have to pay per thing. It's not a subscription. Okay, recharge must be a subscription, right? Yuan to USD. 14 cents. Okay, so 480 yuan. $66? $66 a year. Okay. $66 a year. So monthly is 60. $8.30. Well, beans. They're cheaper than I am. Recharge code recharge. Waidu quantity recharge. Gold cards. So this is, I only have one tier. They have 2 tiers. So let's see what their gold is. 80 yuan. $11.07. Ha! I'm cheaper. I win by $1. I win by $1. I don't have the Go books though. This is something I have the tool built, but I haven't wrote the books yet. Oh, there's so many teachers on here. So many people wrote these. Holy crap. I am one person, and there's like 30 people that wrote these books. Chapter 1, Liberty. How do I read the book? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Oh, so I'm supposed to extend and gain liberties. Extend and gain liberties. Confirm. It doesn't give me a yes or no. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, Go Books Beginner, Go Books, so many. This feels like the Go Book feels like it's just a set of sets. Is that what it is? It's a collection of sets. There's no like explanation. It's just a collection of sets. I don't know what the campaign is. Yeah, I have the book feature, but it's not done yet. Only the coding part is done, but I haven't fully got the thing working yet. Yeah, I have the corner patterns, which I wrote, which has 42 pages, I guess. It says chapters, but I probably should put pages. This is all in English, though. That's the problem. This is premium, but it goes over like where to start and whatnot. Goes over the basic patterns. I'll link it for anyone who's subscribed on Smego Dragon. You can access it. But I really need to make more books. The Classy Approach one started good, but I ended up just putting this stuff in the campaign instead of in this book. I need to revisit this actually, because as I recall, I had sets in these. Like one of the pages could have been like a set of puzzles, but there was a bug that made it not work. So I took it out, but maybe I should put it back in because I have more knowledge now and I have an idea of what might have caused the bug. Maybe. I don't know, coding stuff. Anywho, this is my competition. And Explore Baduk's going to get problems eventually. They don't have a lot right now, but they do have, oh wow, they've gone up on the Smego count. 4,000, 5,000, 5,700 problems. Man, they've gone up on this. So if you open it on your phone, what it is, it's a PWA app, but basically if you open it on your phone, it'll say, hey, do you want to make this an app? And it'll give you instructions to make it behave like an app. And when you open it on your phone, it will look like it's an app. You can see it is a different view when it's on your phone. You just have to go to the website on your phone.
Chitka just followed.
Thank you for the follow, GDCat. But it is not in the App Store. It behaves like an app, so it's kind of like an application, but I did not pay money to put it in the App Store. Someone's told me to, but I don't know what restrictions come with it. Which I do have an Android device to test it when I put it on, if I were to put it on the Android store. I just don't know how to do it, but if I can figure it out, and put it on the Android store, I did get myself an Android device to test out Smego Dragon on Androids. So I do have that for when I get around to it. Wonder what the Explore Baduk looks like on the phone. Accept, log in, case sensitive. Password. Okay, not too bad. This is on the web browser though. This is not an app. Not too bad. In-game. Easy. All right, let's do some in-game problems. Should be here first, I believe. What? It's not, is that not right? Wrong move. Oh, because you can clamp? This is easy? Not quite right. What? What? This is wrong. Oh, it's not wrong. Okay. How do I explore? Can I explore? Basically, this was not easy. Hello, JD. Oh, the All Things Go podcast. Yeah, that was a fun interview. I like that podcast. I actually listened to the entire thing as it was releasing. But now it's also on Go Magic, right? So I think it's a really good podcast. I don't know if they have a season 2 yet. I haven't listened to season 2 yet, though. Yeah, so when you descend down, if white blocks on the right side and black goes left and you block, you can then Atari and connect and then Atari that and then go down. Season 3 is dropping, so it's almost a season 3. Holy crap. I'm assuming Go Magic is releasing them, right? Because I think Go Magic got the rights to them or whatever. Or started releasing it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I know Go Magic started releasing it. All Things Go. Thing is, we used to be in the car, and so I had a lot more time to listen to these.
I
And
hadn't
now I'm
really
at home.
I study mathematics, and
How many episodes are per season? Yeah, it's 3D board if you click this button down here. I think I listened up until Ben. There's 3 Bens. Why is there 3 Bens? I gotta catch up, man. I'm way behind, apparently.
I hadn't really heard of people who were very good in chess and also very good in Go explicitly. Like, I hadn't seen a specific example. And
That's because chess is freaking hard.
as maybe some of us do, I sometimes dabble and listen to chess podcasts. Even though I don't play chess, I understand and know how it's played, but I don't really play.
I suck at chess, okay? I've tried really hard to get good at chess, and I could not do it. Klossy, why can I not get good at chess like I can at Go? Pattern and intuition heavy versus calculation heavy. If you've trained your brain for more pattern recognition and judgment, then chess's tactical sharpness might feel more rigid or demanding at first. In Go, mistakes early in the game can often be recovered with good global strategy. In chess, a single misstep in the opening or early middle game can cost a material position, and it's much harder to recover from that. Chess punishes errors faster. Information overload in chess. Pretty good advice. This doesn't feel super easy to me. This one feels easier. That other one did not feel easy. Yeah, these are easy. I want an auto next. I want an auto next toggle. Jump. Yeah. Yeah. Very classic one. Very important to remember. Yeah. This would actually make an interesting puzzle for white if you had a white stone right here. Because if there was a white stone right here, white could actually put this into Atari first, and then white could cut right here, and then throw in, black captures. So cut, Atari, throw in, capture, Atari, connect, and then descend, and this would be a self-Atari on both sides. No, because then you have a second line cut right here to get the liberties back. Not quite, but still interesting. Interesting reading. I think we have a puzzle like that on some Mega Dragon. Yeah, so these are much better for easy. I think it was just that one that was much more difficult than it should have been. What the heck is this? What is this monstrosity? Okay. So there's two Sente moves right here, and a third Sente move right here. And then connect right here, I believe. Ha! I'm so smart. I did the easy in-game problem. I'm so proud of myself. Yay! Solve 25 puzzles. Yay! Reach 500,000 points. GG. What? 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 This kills white. How is that not the best in game? What? This is a life and death problem, not an in-game problem. It wants me to play here. But if I go right here, it's an eye versus no eye and white's dead. This problem is bugged. Where's the report problem? There needs to be a report problem button. Keep trying. Wrong move. What? What? Help. What does it want? Every move is wrong. This one is just busted. It says solved 19 times though. What does it want? Where could it be? How has someone solved this 19 times? What do you think it is? Oh, well then it shouldn't say correct. Wait. So if I go here and they go there, that just kills it. So they have to go here. I connect and then make 2 points. So if I go here, they connect, I connect, they go here, it's 2 points. But if I go here and make the mutual life, it's 1 point. So it is 1 point better to go here than here. But if I go here and they cut, they die. And it says good move though. But the answer is not here. This one is so confusing. White's response is wrong. Support. Bad Sumego. This puzzle, White responds, we'll say White's response to the 1-2 move from Black is incorrect, because White will just die. White should instead play the 2-2 move, where the correct answer is to make life and 1 point and 2 points, which is better than the answer for White by 1 point. Aha. Okay, so that one was just busted. That was the problem. Someone is playing right now. Games? Oh, someone was playing, but now they're not. Yeah. Yeah. It is open reviews. If anyone would like a game review, I can look at your games. I still like Samago Dragon. I'm just biased, but I think Samago Dragon's the best Samago site. Don't know about you guys, but I like Samago Dragon. 101 Wichi's not bad, but it actually has a lot of bugs. It's got a lot of bugs. All right. We're reviewing for White at single digit Q. You don't need this move. You can just approach or something. If you really want, you could do this, I guess. Maybe here. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So your opponent's very, very influence heavy. I don't know if you need that move. I might go here. For shoulder hit. Can also cut, but they can just sacrifice the stone. Yeah, I might just reduce it somehow. I could be wrong, though. This is too soon. This doesn't do enough. Yeah, you didn't follow up the cutting points, so don't push a knight if you're not going to cut. So you played right there, then just go right there in the first place. Also, I think shoulder hit's more common. Yeah, don't do that unless you're going to cut the knight. No, this is end game. You fixed the end game cut. Knight's move. And then you sacrifice the initial stone. So you gotta play Sabaki. This one you get completely surrounded and maybe it's a life and death problem. Your opponent said no. No inside life for you, okay. This does give white escape routes. I kind of want to push that in and then jump. Okay. Good. Go out through their cutting points. Let's see. This is overplayed. This one's too much. Because now you're trapped. I kind of want this move and this move. Just to make sure that I have my access. And then you can just go here. They can't double Hane because of all the cutting points. So they have to go like this. And you break out pretty easily. Might even just cut directly. And then go like that. This might be the best. Yeah, usually just don't lose the stone. You can threaten to do it, it's good enough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's your plan here? I think you're dead. Black got greedy. But it's fine, just sacrifice the 2 stones, yeah. Uh-huh, and white is still dead. Yeah, so this is just the mastery of cutting points, right? You had a very easy out right here, because if they do this clamp right here, you just go up and they cut you off, and then you can just cut right here. And if they connect, bing, bada boom, get this in. And then get the eye. And that's alive. If they try to kill you, then you have a lot of moves to break out. Yeah, you have a lot of options to break out. So mastery of cutting points. That's the difference here. So black had bad shape. But because you weren't able to attack their cutting points, because you couldn't destroy their cuts that they had, you lost the fight. So black didn't fight well, but you weren't able to punish. Some more cutting point practice. Don't push diagonals. You damaged the liberty of this white stone right here. And instead you could just push or play another knight's move. Not sure where you're attacking from the top side. I guess you're worried about the cut right here. I think it's fine though. Okay. You do still have a cut right here though. You have cuts everywhere. You still have cuts everywhere. I don't know why you would not block right here. I am not sure why this is that important. Are you trying to kill? This is overplay. Fix your cut. Fix your cut. It's all about the cutting points. It's all about the cutting points. This is like game over. This is almost game over, but I guess you gotta play it out. I don't know what to do though. You're in a pretty difficult position. Connections are great. Learn to love them. I don't know what to do. Oh, nice. Nice peep. Your opponent played a weird shape. Very nice. Bully their cutting points. Okay, probably a Hane is what you were looking for to get the liberties of these. Maybe. I might be wrong though. What about right here? Because you're not in a net, right? Yeah, you're not in a net. So I think the move that you needed was right here. That is the move that you needed. I have a dream of killing black. This black group. I have a dream and a half that is completely impossible, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to 4. Not even close. Not even close. Oops. What? Wait, did black resign? Oh man, if you could just see these cutting points, this level would be very easy for you. But hold on, why did black resign? Why it's only up by 7 points? 50-point mistake. Oh my gosh. 50-point mistake. What is the time spent per move on these? .8 seconds for black, 4.1 seconds for white. Wow. That's a lot. You know, you used to play worse though. You have gotten a little bit. You played 144 moves in 10 minutes. Holy crap. 144 moves in 10 minutes. I don't know. I feel like this is a super easy game to win if you're just taking your time and looking at the cutting points. Because I feel like nothing in this game was above your level. Right here, I would spend a couple minutes. I think if you had spent a couple minutes here, instead of playing the first cut that you saw, if you had taken your time here, you might have been able to find a way out. I don't know. Maybe it's harder than I think. I don't know. I don't know how hard this move is to see. But surely we can see this, right? We should be able to see at least this much. Yeah, maybe I'm oversimplifying it. Yeah, you got to remember that when there's multiple cuts, it's like dominoes. You play the first one, then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one. It's like the next one knocks over the next one, knocks over the next one, knocks over the next one. It's like dominoes. Obviously, if you save the cutting stone, if you can, but once you get strong enough to realize the dominoes, you just play the last domino first, and then you don't have to worry about it. If you play the last domino first, you don't have to sacrifice the cutting stone. I don't know. Maybe this is harder than I'm making it out to be. If you could see these cuts, though, this game would have been very much in your favor. Yeah, if you could just do these cutting points. and the game's easy. Also, don't overplay to kill just because you're behind. The fact that both of you missed that move. I don't know. This feels so random to me. This feels so random. Like, I would never play this move because I would never expect my opponent to miss the next move. I would like, this would have never happened if I was playing because I would have never expected my opponent to miss that move. 50-point mistake. Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Just gotta keep working on the cutting points. Also, you could have played a knight's move right here. This knight's move is not cuttable. Oh, dang it. If you play a knight's move right here and push, you can just capture the cutting stone. And if they jump through, you can just capture the cutting stone. So if you had played a knight's move, you could have gotten out faster. Yeah, just keep working on these cutting points. Once you get it down, these games will be so easy for you, I think. Once you get these cuts down. Because you see how many cuts black has, right? Black's shape is not single digit Q. But if they don't get punished for it, then their shape is doing a lot. So it's just a matter of, can you punish the 9Q's bad shape in order to beat the 9Q? Because if you can punish the 9Q's bad shape, then it becomes a very easy game. Because your shape's better than black's. Could also play like maybe right here. If they cut, you can just push. And if they do that, you can push. Say, hey, which one do you want me to save? If they do that, you can push. I don't know. It's being a little silly, maybe. Probably being silly. Just shoulder hit. Shoulder hit's so simple. Shoulder hit is so much simpler. Where can one learn about shape? First off, have you watched the Closet Bridge series? Secondly, DSON shape lecture. Here's a nice shape lecture that is many years old. It's a very old shape lecture, but this is a shape lecture by DSON, who is a popular amateur teacher. Yeah, 10 years ago. This was posted. Yeah, someone timestamped it. One space jump, tiger's mouth, diamond or flower shape, empty triangle, bamboo joint, table shape, half table, double table or mouth shape, play in the center of 3, small knife, dog's face, tripod shape, bend, big bend, large knife, horse face, big bulge. Ooh, what is this one? Kim Sung-joon. Kim Sung-joon is a strong co-player. Creative Commons. Oh, wow. You literally can just share it. That's so nice of them. That is so nice of them. Should put this on some Mega Dragon. It's tricky use of symmetry. So this is the 3-3. Principles of development. It's a nice book, though. This would take forever to transcribe onto Mega Dragon, but I probably should at some point. This would be very nice to have on some Mega Dragon. Obviously, it'd be free. There's so much information in this book. Yeah, this might be a lot to digest. You're gonna have to read this a couple times. This is a lot of information to digest. Hey, the knights moved to the Elephant Eye. Talk about this one all the time. Good luck consuming this, man. This is a lot of information. This is a lot of information. I will say I probably know all of this stuff. I don't know when and how, but I've learned all of this at some point. So if you can accurately apply all of this. Whoever wrote this is amazing. This one I didn't know. Chapter 6.1 uses the awkward, what do they call it? Odd diagonal. Yeah, odd diagonal is a bad shape, but they used it here to squeeze black with this slide under. That's cool. I'll remember that one. Hello, soft downpour. Man, this is a really well-made book. There's so much information in it, though. Kim Sung-joon. I think I have books by Kim Sung-joon as well. No. I have Kim Sung-rae. Yeah, I have Kim Sung-rae's 100 AI Josekis. Kim Sung-joon. I can't remember who that person is, how I know them. And Charles Matthew. This is a really well-made book, especially since it's free. Daggone. Yeah, there's a lot. There is a lot. That one you'll have to consume so many times. Like, it's gonna take multiple reads of that one to get it down. Anyway, I think here shoulder hit is so much easier to use. Shoulder hits and capping moves are your starter reduction shapes. Yeah, shoulder hits and capping moves are your starter reduction shapes. But the big key was the cutting points. I think I'll leave it at that. Hopefully you found this review helpful. And if anyone else would like a review, actually no, we do not have time for another review. So if anyone has questions, also if someone wants to have fun with this, this is the Clothy GPT bot. I trained it on the Clothy approach. I want to do something like cool with it at some point in my life, but I don't know what to do with it. But it does exist. It's a GPT bot trained on the Clothy approach. You can ask it fun questions. How am I dealing with Explore Baduk overshadowing Sumego Dragon? What do you mean by overshadowing? Explore Baduk is a ghost server. So right now we are not in direct competition. Oh, more popular? think there's more people online at the same time. Just kidding. I mean, how do we know that it's more popular? He is lately, they're investing a lot more money than I am. I will say that Sumego Dragon doesn't have people on at the same time. So Sumego Dragon is a Sumego app, and then Explore Baduk is a Go server. So it's like, right now it's just completely different. So they're not in direct competition. I've thought about building a Go server on Sumego Dragon because, like, there's good reasons to, but I wouldn't have enough people playing on it to justify it. I would need probably like 100 times more users to justify a Go server. So it's not really a point for me to do it. But Explore Baduk's been doing well about getting people online at the same time. Oh, just send them a message. Are you gonna just go to the support or something, or just ask? I'm surprised it hasn't gone out already. Like, when did it end? May 5th, so 3 days ago? Yeah, you could just send them a message. Congrats on your win, though. I will say, my theory is that Sumego Dragon makes a lot more money than Explore Baduk at the moment. I'm a lot more in the positive. On a monthly basis. On a time investment basis, I don't know, they've invested years into this, so they're probably just as much time investment as I am. Oh. Can you not just PayPal or something? I don't know. That sounds like a problem that you guys are gonna have to sort out, because that's nothing I'm going to get involved in. I'm not going to get involved with people's money transactions. That sounds like a headache to figure out. You go like PayPal, Venmo. Yeah, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, Facebook. That's crazy. Board troll depends on what you mean by profitable. Like, profitable, yes. How much profit? Like, that's the thing. How much profit are you hoping for? Well, it also depends what country you're from, right? Oh, I get way more than $100 per month on Sumego Dragon. I get way more than that. I'm not going to tell you how much I make. I don't make a lot. But I make way more than $100 per month on Sumego Dragon. I mean, I guess it's not a huge secret. I make like $800 a month on Sumego Dragon. But it's not near enough that I want a lot more than that. For the amount of time investment that I did for Sumego Dragon, I want like 2,000 plus. No, just from subscriptions. That's people subscribed. It's just people subscribed to Sumego Dragon. Scott, if you use Go Magic, use Classy. Use the code Classius. There's a lifetime on Go Magic? How much is the lifetime? There's no lifetime button. Oh, there used to be. Holy crap. Man, I wish mine was this expensive. Their lowest tier is $10 a month, and that's my only tier is $10 a month. And their highest tier is $33. If I made $33 a month per user, oh my gosh. I don't have any extra benefits to offer though. If I had $33 a month, I would have to start hiring teachers to do stuff for me. Which honestly, I wouldn't hate doing. I would love to sponsor like Go streamers and stuff more. If I had more money to sponsor teachers and stuff, I would love to do that. I don't know if I want to get into all this though. Like, I don't have the upfront capital to get into video creation though. Yeah. This, like, you can see their entire business is built on making videos. Mine is built on Semego. So if I wanted to get into video creation as well, like, that would be a lot. I think I would still charge $10 a month. I think I would still charge $10 a month and just have it be part of the fees. Yeah, I wish I had more money. That's what I wish. Because we had the Dragon League, and that started well, but I want to hire someone to do the game reviews. Like, I wanted to hire, Paige and I were doing it at the start, and it was okay, but, like, I need someone to like, check in with people. Yeah, people stop playing in leagues. That's the issue. Check in with people, get the games reviewed on time. It's hard to run a league. It is very hard to run a league. Yeah, if I was making like 3 times the amount, I think I would hire Paige. Paige the Master or whatever, Paige Edict. Hire them to work on Semego Dragon. Be like, hey, stream Semego Dragon, handle the league for me, and maybe write a book or something. I don't know. Maybe make videos or something. I don't know. Like, here's like $1,000 a month if I could afford it. Do all this stuff for me. Yeah, I don't see a lifetime. They have 2 years though. And I wish I could charge this much. Their quality is so much higher than mine. They're a team of people though, and I'm one person, but their quality is so much higher. I'm like super jealous of their quality. I love the quality of their videos. If you guys get on, use code Clausius, by the way. I do have a affiliate with them, so we both get benefit. You get a discount, and I get like a couple dollars when someone signs up. Explore Baduk actually has very nice videos as well. But theirs are virtual, though.
Hello. The group on the right is
Oh.
not
Ben is
live.
using Explore Baduk. The ones down here were using KGS. This is something I would love to do for some Mega Dragon as well. I just don't have the capital for it.
So it could be
But to
more
hire teachers
dangerous
to make
for
videos.
white. And if white would play from that way, then you could actually imagine some sacrifice like this, where, for example, white would die, but on the other hand,
Hey guys, welcome to this video. My name is Paolisi and I'm going to talk about when to play this testing move for white and when it is
Whenever
good
you
for
want
black
is
to
the
answer
answer.
with A and when it is good for black to answer with B. So,
The AI says you can play this move like whenever you want. As far as I know. But yeah, whether we respond A or B is different. I almost always respond exclusively B. So many good things out there. Yeah, I wish I had more capital to hire people to do stuff for me. Go Magic is making a ton of money. Go Magic makes a crap ton of money. I think they might be at like a few tens of thousands of dollars or something. I think they're like $10,000+ a month. Yeah, their video quality is so good. I can't make videos this good. I just can't.
Go is
Like, even having a straight black background would be hard for me. I could have a white background. I could have a setup or something, but then getting the microphone to work would be tricky because I'm bad with microphones.
a two-player board game in which, let's say, black
There's
plays.
two webcams here, one above and one below, one above the board and one in front of them. Yeah. Then you also have the editing.
Remember that once
editor is really good.
here, it's going to stay here for the rest of the game.
Like the
stones never
animations and
move.
stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of their quality. I love the quality of their videos.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points. And white has...
Yeah, I'm so jealous of the quality, but you gotta realize how much time it takes to make that kind of video. Like, I could easily see this video is a 7-minute video. I think probably the editor spent like 6 or 7+ hours on just this video. Probably 1 hour per minute is what I would budget for editing. 1 hour of editing per minute. And then you have the recording set up. So 7 minutes, 46 seconds, maybe 7 to 8 hours. The recording setup, environment, the microphone setup, all that stuff. What about the ones where it's not Helm? I want to see the free stuff. Where's the, how do I see free stuff only? I want to see the free stuff only. Give me a toggle to see free only. I guess I just go to their YouTube channel, right? Where's their YouTube channel? They have an app. Oh, they have a PWA app like I do, I believe. I haven't tried to use theirs though on my phone. Go magic.org. That's cute. Yeah, they have a PWA. Ugh. It's scrolled left and right. Should not be scrolling left and right. They have mobile view. It's a little bit buggy. Add to home screen, Go Magic add. Yep. It's just a few bugs. A few bugs. Like it scrolls left and right when it shouldn't. They don't know how phones work. They made a classic mistake. At the bottom, there you have to put extra gap for the buttons because of the black bar, and then on some like devices, there's like a hover thing right there for like the thumb and stuff. So you have to give like an extra 30 pixels or so of a gap at the bottom to handle for phones, and they didn't do that. So the buttons are actually covered up at the bottom right here by this black bar. Yeah, unfortunately, their mobile is not nearly as clean as their desktop. That is the first thing I've seen that's not high quality with them, though. Yeah, that's the first thing I've seen that's not like super high quality. I love their videos. I love and hate their videos. I love how much quality there is, but I'm also super jealous of it. What is this dude's room?
I'm Christopher Sagna 5 Done. Welcome to Lesson 1, Attacking. First, let's preface this by talking about what attacking actually is. In Go, attacking can manifest itself in many different ways, but very often it's going to be in one of these three facilities. It's either going to be removing the opponent's base or ability to make a base, removing the opponent's access to the center of the board, or removing the opponent's ability to convert space into eyes directly. To give a little bit more context, let's first define what a base is. Take this position on the board, for example. In this shape, black has two stones on the third line, 2 spaces away from each other. This shape is the most common shape, often referred to as a base, a 2-space extension on the third line. A base refers to any grouping of stones that surrounds a space, typically near the edge of the board, but can also be on the sides or center, that's large enough to make at least one eye. By removing the opponent's ability to make this base, you make it much harder for their stones to settle or live locally, thus allow.
Hello everyone, I'm Chanyak Lee, and now today we're going to discuss how to respond when white attached to a large nice move enclosure. This move has evolved significantly over time. In the past, the common approach was to split the formation and gradually aiming for the weaknesses. However, AI has introduced a new perspective.
That's neat. What they did here is they took a picture of a real board setup and then cropped out the Go board and then put that over top.
Rather than attacking the weaknesses, it prefers reinforcing the corner directly. This is a major shift in thinking. Why does AI play this way? And how should Black respond? Let's find out. Black has 4 main ways to respond. Among these, moves A and B are the most commonly played, while moves C and D are rare.
I might steal this idea. It's a good idea. My videos are not nearly that high quality. Oh, so jealous. But yeah, like you said, they have a team behind them. They have a team behind them, but they make so much money. Oh my gosh. They make so much money on their platform. It does have to be split several ways though, but even after the split, they make so much more than I do on Mega Dragon. And I wish I made as much as they did. Holy crap. I'd be able to hire a lot more people. Okay, that is it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out and talking and looking over Explore Baduk and getting the game reviews and just chillaxing in general. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. But with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I will be streaming again tomorrow, doing more game reviews and answering questions. So hopefully I will see you again tomorrow. But with that, we'll head on out and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Adios.